Hello there. In this video, I'm going to be getting you started with TestPod. So we're going to be looking at creating our first account, setting up our first project, and navigating the dashboard. So first, in your address bar, you have to input app.testpod.io. Once the page is done loading, at the lower right-hand side of my screen, you can see sign up here. So I'll click on sign up. On the sign up page, you're expected to input your full name, company name, email, role, and password. I'll be doing that shortly. I'm going to select my role and password. I'm going to select create a password rather. Okay. And I'll click on sign up. All right. Upon clicking on sign up, you need to verify your email address. So an OTP has been sent to the email address, and I have to visit my email to fetch the OTP. All right, my OTP, my email address has been verified successfully. The next thing you're going to see is a guided tour. For the sake of time, I would skip all of this because we are going to be talking about each of these features in subsequent videos. So I'll skip this. And the first thing I need to do here is to create a project. So I need to give my project a name, and I'm going to give it a description. Now I am being redirected to my dashboard, and on my dashboard we have different metrics for our manual test case and our automated test case, as well as charts that will be populated as we proceed. So on the left hand side of my screen, at the left hand navigation bar, we have test cases, test runs, test plans, defects, and settings. So for our test cases, when we want to create test cases, we come here and we have a new test case button in which we'll be looking at in subsequent videos. We also have the same for our test run to give us the metrics for all of our runs. We have our test plans as well, where we can create test plan, arrange our test cases within this test plan, which we'll be looking at as well. And we have our defects. So for our defects, we can create defects directly here on TestPod by clicking on the add button here at the middle or at the upper right hand side of my screen. And finally, we have settings. So for settings, you can make changes to your project details, which is the project name, purpose, or description. We also have members. So for members, where you have active members, this is the current member we have on this project. We can then go further to add more members by clicking on pending invites. And on pending invites, you can click here with send invite. So send invite allows you to input the email address of all of your team members that you want as collaborators on this project. You can assign each of them a role and send them an invite. So once you do that, they get the invite in their email address and they onboard. You can also create environments for your test. So click on new environment, you give your environment a name, and you can select the operating system. We have a list of them here. So you select your preferred operating system and as well as your browser. To do that, I will just use Opera. I will use this and I'll call this a demo environment. Now click on create. Now my environment has been created in which I can use for any of my test cases going forward. as well as you can edit and delete your environment.